you. Alright, chat. It's banner review time. Let me set the stream marker. Alright, let's take a look at this week's banner. This is version 6.6 week 2. So terminal aid still up, available for those that are able to afford it. Getting to double S earlier, or even just getting one card is still good. This banner with the gear for Prometheus is really good, right? Every 10 pulls, you get 5 back. Foca Expa back. Make sure you read the schedule in the news post. First rotation will be... Let's take a look here. Well, for one, make sure you read the rules. Supply rules. Wait, where's our option to reset? Okay, reset of Valkyrie. It's kind of hidden in this menu. But looks like rotation 1 will be Origin and Finality, and Mobius. So for those that do not have but want, that's your current one for this first rotation, which is 3 days. And then the second rotation will be at the end of this 3 days and 8 hours. Gear, you can also tap this reset up equipment. It's kind of hard to see on this menu. Previous versions of Foca Expa, it was easier to see. I would definitely say getting Origin and Finality would be the priority for most players. I probably wouldn't select these other 3 as uprate, just because they're much older, and we've had a lot of these either in Battle Pass or as off rates in the previous banners. Like the last time when Finality was first introduced in 6.4, I had gotten so many Bastet off rates. Expansion supply, Miscellane's still here for another 20 days. Focus A is still up for another 20 days. What's in Focus B? Paganini! Who still needs Paganini? Not with Terminal 8. Although, having Paganini M is nice because Paganini M does stack. So if you can get 2 set from off rates in another banner, it's not bad to have. Would I go out of my way to roll on this one? Maybe if you're Giga Whale and you're trying to speed up your inventory. And you want to collect some old gear. So Tranquil Arius, old meta, but might find use on 6th Serenade if you're an Elysian Realm grinder. Key of Reason is in exchange shop. It is Hersher of Reason's old weapon. There's some niche utility in sim battles. For most players, Key of Reason is like a collection piece. Elysian Astra actually really good right now for physical cross. That's Griseo's weapon. Miracle Kissy Pillow, it's good if you end up needing to run Prometheus with Carol, or if you need to run Carol with Prometheus. So like a great example would be Fragile, right? Right now this week on Triple Esaponia, Fragile is running Carol DPS with Terminal Aid and HOS. So in that case, yeah, Miracle Kissy Pillow still has utility and is very useful for main DPS. Again, if you're a new player, if you're free to play, you've been playing maybe 6 months or less, I probably would recommend against pulling on this banner. Now, Path to Acheron, that's an old meta weapon. That's for Stygian Nymph. Midnight Eclipse, if you like Durandal, getting one of these is not bad, but you never want to roll on these banners just for the off rate. All right. So that's the word of warning. And then Obscuring Wing, still kind of useful for Raven. Whether or not you need Raven depends on if you have other fire DPS on your account. If you pulled for Finality, you probably won't need Raven, even for support in most cases. Because your supports for Modern Fire would be Chrono Navi and Hersher of Truth. Is Hersher Kiana or Hersher Truth a more important pull? Hersher of Truth, easily the more important pull. Because Kiana, basically, you want at least Hersher of Truth to enable her. But Hersher of Truth enables every elemental team that's not ice, right? So Fire and Lightning, Hersher of Truth will enable. And yes, Hersher of Truth will be on the second rotation for Foca Expa. Paganini, Banera's Awakening, old meta. Avogadro, niche utility. Bronya next. It's kind of like a G3.5 equivalent. You don't really need it. And then High Baroque Maestro Handle is farmable, so most players will be farming that. All in all, this is a very luxury banner for players really looking to catch up. I would just say just don't. Don't, if for the average player, just don't. Mobius outfit, if you haven't done so already, do your first pull. First pull is free. Elf supply. Yes. Elf Kiana. Actually really good. Previously I had thought about skipping Dreamweaver and putting crystals to get Elf Kiana to 4 stars. Even 2 stars, she's really good. 3 stars is like the sweet spot in terms of value. That's what I've been using since 6.4. And then if you can afford to go for 4 stars, you have the funds and you want that extra comfort, quality of life, that extra oomph. 4 stars, you might as well. And then dorm supply, you get up to 20 for the spending event. You can get credit for the spending event for up to 20 pulls. So like maybe most of us, we did ours last week. Did our pulls on this last week. Yeah, I think I got Hersher, not Hersher, but Lightning Empress. We got Lightning Empress earlier. Anyways, that's about it. Let's take a look at the news just to take a look at the rotation here. Foca and Expa. Round 2 in 3.5 days will be Hersher of Truth, Hersher of Human Ego, and Equinox. All 3 are good, but Hersher of Truth is more good than everything else on this list. If you're planning to build trio team, you need Hersher of Truth. If you're planning to play Fire and Lightning teams, you need Hersher of Truth. I know a lot of players really like Elysia, and I get it. If you are an Elysia main, Hersher of Human Ego rank ups does make sense. S2 has some nice bonuses, and double S is a nice sweet spot. I just want to pull now. Yeah, if you want to pull now, I would probably go for building the trio team. I would definitely suggest, if you don't have Hersher of Truth, to get Hersher of Truth. Hersher of Truth at S0 is good. S2 has some nice SP regen, and there's even more at double S. So right now, Hersher of Truth and Human Ego are the only 2 S ranks that I've double S'd right off the rip. I can definitely say that Hersher of Truth is probably the one that has definitely given me more value as a double S. Although Hersher of Human Ego has definitely been comfy at double S. Palatinus Equinox, if you can afford it, at least get S2. But if you don't want to spend that money to go for S2, I would just stop at S0. Now, again, Palatinus Equinox is definitely at this point, she's kind of like luxury / catch-up if you are able to afford it. And if you're not, I would probably just hold off and wait till she's in Battle Pass or something. Or you keep on saving and try to get her on a future rerun when it's convenient. Most of the A ranks are all old meta. They're okay to play in early game and a little bit in the mid game. So like level 50 to 70-ish, you'll probably start. You can play these up until that point, but they pretty much fall off quickly once you get modern S ranks and modern SP battle suits. And once again, make sure you pay attention to the schedule, because Foca Expa is for what, 2 weeks? 1 week. 2 weeks. It'll go till June 9th. So from this Friday until June 9th. So if you don't get what you want from Rotation 1, or you don't have enough crystals in Rotation 1 for this weekend, you'll have another chance next weekend. And then pay attention to the elf calendar. So right now we're at the Elf Kiana portion. Tentatively speaking, I think Blade Durandal is supposed to rerun after Siren. As far as which elves are worth it, definitely not Klein and definitely not Siren. So Elf Kiana covers Fire and Lightning, and Elf Elysia covers Ice. So Klein is like kind of old meta-ish now, and Siren as well. Siren does bring a heal, and we were able to play that a little bit for some meme teams last week or earlier this week, but I would not recommend Siren for new players unless you're just a really big Siren fan. You know, maybe you've read the manga Second Eruption, maybe you've watched Elf Academy and you're a really big Siren fan. In that case, if the character or the elf makes you happy, don't feel bad rolling for it, but you just have to weigh the trade-offs, because if you commit to rolling for collection, the trade-off is you're gonna have to give up something that's more meta-defining or like more competitive, which Elf Kiana and Elf Elysia would be. Time capsule. Time capsule starts, well, today. Well, kind of yesterday for EU. Let's go take a look at the time capsule. Ooh, piece of candy. Event shop. Time capsule. Some outfits are back. Some of these are pink tickets. Some of them are Asterite. All the Asterite stuff. Oh, this is B-chips. So B-chips, if you're free to play, you won't have B-chips. Pink tickets. If you're free to play, you might have some pink tickets from playing the bingo events. And if you can afford it and it's an outfit that you like, you can just straight up top up with B-chips and buy the outfits with the conversion rate in the shop. This one is Asterite. This one, if it's Asterite, you shouldn't feel bad about buying with Asterite, unless there's other stuff that you want to do with Asterite. Radiant Blaze is back! Not Red Lictor, but Radiant Blaze. So Radiant Blaze is the version of Void Drifter that has Surtur. This is a really, really nice one. This is a really nice one. Does this one come with a trial stage? Maybe not. As far as collectible stigmata, is there anyone that's actually meta-defining? No. A lot of these are going to be collector items. Actually, this one was kind of meta for a little bit because this was crit damage. I've seen this one used on occasion, but you probably don't need to use this. I would say that all the other stigmata that are 4 stars, you just kind of pick up for collection. Early on, I used to use Stellar Tempo as a placeholder on Drive Cometa, but Drive Cometa, most new players probably won't need to really use ever again. So, while this was nice back in the day when we were scrambling for any impair source, nowadays you don't really need to use this. So, another collectible item. The woofers, collectible item. The microphone stand turned into a sword. Collectible. So a lot of nice collectibles. Get what you like. Get what you can afford. That's about it for Time Capsule. This one's really funny for some of those Ellie Moby likers, right? Because this is the pink dress for Mobius. When Mobius lost her bet. I know Seele is really popular because she's popping off in Star Rail. So maybe some of y'all that are playing multiple games want to collect this. Some of y'all APHO May enjoyers, maybe you want the Office Lady May with her Kurikara scale figure. Maybe some of y'all are Bronya stands. And you're craving some cup noodles. Or some of y'all are Hersher of Thunder in her Prince outfit. What was it? What was that? What was that anime? Starlight Review. When I see this outfit, I think of Utena. But I think Starlight Review is kind of like the newer one that this also makes reference to, right? Anyways, that's Time Capsule. That's the banner for this week. Good luck, captains. Good luck on your pulls. I hope you get what you're looking for, and if there's nothing that you're looking for, keep on saving.